the second episode of Trust Issues.
You don't know?
That's why I have trust issues, because look what he put me through when I was younger as a child. Hello, welcome to Healing with Sonia, Trust Issues Edition. I'm here with my brother Eric, as you guys can remember from our last video. This is our second video on trust issues. And what we're going to do is talk about some old funny memories that we have growing up together as brother and sister close in age. We have 2 stories each, and they're quite funny, so hope you enjoy them. I'll start off with mine. So when we were younger, we would play with our couch, and we would turn it into a car or a boat. We would just use our imaginaries because our imaginations, because that's what we had. So we used those, and we pretended that the couch was a boat, and we fought for who was going to be captain, and it was a hard fight for me to become captain.
Okay, so
Eric thinks it's not. He thinks it's not a fight.
So we're playing whatever boat or whatever, Titanic, whatever, And,
I don't know if it's Titanic.
And I was like
4.
I'm the captain, I was like, I'm the captain of the boat, whatever, right? And she was like, why are you the captain? I should be the captain. And I was like, man, what are you talking? Whatever. We argued about who should be the captain, and then eventually I was just like, you know what? I'll be the bigger person. She could be the captain, She could whatever. She could be the captain. She could be the captain.
Now, I fought for that spot as captain, actually. It was not easy, but I did it. And I was happy to be captain. And since I was pissed off that I had to fight to get there, I decided to toss his ass off the boat.
So I was looking out to sea, right? I was
leaning. I was looking leaning, out, pretending.
I was leaning. I was leaning out.
Telescopes.
Looking through one of those paper things, and I can, and it just goes man overboard, and she freaking throws me off the couch. So from when I flew off the couch, there was one of those heater vents things.
Yeah, those old school heaters.
The radiator things, whatever.
Old school radiators.
And I licked my head top off that. Boom. Pow! Just hit she pushed me off, and just boom, I hit my head and bust my shit open. Blood everywhere, man.
Yeah, he had to get stitches. Yeah. A few stitches.
I was 4 years old. This girl threw me off the couch, and I freaking bust my head open.
I was 5. Oh, sharp.
I had to get stitches. Put me in the hospital.
Yeah.
I was going nuts in the hospital because
he was a baby when it came to doctors and stuff.
I like doctors, so I was I was trying to beat up the doctors and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so next.
So that was Sonia's.
That was my.
It's
story
a funny
of what I did
story
to him.
or whatever, It's the funny how she threw me off a couch and bust my head open.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, so one time, we had a family friend. My mom had a family friend, and we hung out with her son, so we were just family friends. Mm-hmm. And pretty much we were going tobogganing, and me and my friend went aside, and we're yo, when it's time for Sonia to go down the hill, let's just give her an extra push in the direction of the ramp, so she goes flying into the ramp, and whatever happens, like some demon kids, right? So pretty much so Sonia gets on the toboggan, and boom, me and my boy are just whoa, we pushed it as hard as we could, and she flew down, and she went over the ramp, and she wiped out.
This is the toboggan, and this is me, and I'm literally I literally flew off, poof, down, boof. Down.
So me and my boy are
I hurt
dying.
my tailbone. My tailbone, I thought broke. I couldn't sit for a good little bit. I was in pain.
She came back all pissed off, crying.
I was so upset. I was crying.
I felt bad after, but it was funny. In the moment, it was so funny.
And the Titanic was so bad. I don't even think it was a Titanic. I think it was just a boat because we were young.
Yeah, it was a boat. Whatever. It was some boat.
Yeah, Eric just had an obsession with the Titanic growing up.
Whatever.
But okay, so our next story, mine would be. Oh yeah, so Eric had to sleep in the living. Oh no, that's your story.
No, that's yours. That's your
okay,
story.
So Eric used to sleep in the living room because we had a 2-bedroom apartment, and when my mom's boyfriend moved in, they took Eric over Eric's room, and I had my room.
Yeah. So I just slept in the living
Eric
room.
slept
But
in the living-
I always
But
kind of
Eric
slept
always,
in
he always slept in the
slept
living
on
room
the couch,
regardless.
you
Him and
know?
his friends would be out there either way. So, like, it wasn't anything massive for him to be sleeping in the living room. But I would be upset because he wasn't going to school.
Yeah, so
he
I
would
was
not
like-
go to school.
was,
And
like,
then
sleeping
he
in.
would think he could sleep in at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And people wouldn't be in the living room. So I would come with my friends. And we would come in the living room while Eric was sleeping. And just chill. And
Yeah.
do whatever we were
Like
going to do.
like you
We
know,
didn't
like
care
her
that
pretty,
Eric
like
was
her
there.
pretty friends. You know, like I'm like sleeping.
Yeah, I always
would-
have pretty friends.
Like I would be sleeping in like 2 in the afternoon, and Sonia's friends friggin' like come in and I'm like sleeping, you know, like in the blanket, under the blanket, in like my boxers and stuff like that. So it was like, yo, and they're pretty and shit, and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? And they'd be like, Eric. Oh, so awkward, so awkward.
You were sleeping at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, whatever. I was like, you know, I was a troubled child. Like,
Yeah.
my childhood days.
Yeah.
But good kid now. I'm a real good kid now. Real good kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last story that I have is you know, our family friend had a cottage, and we'd go up there all the time in Muskoka. You know, shout out to, you know, our family friends that took us out there and everything.
Yeah.
Like that.
Great memories.
So like
Let's talk a little louder because you know, Mike.
yeah, so like pretty much we were out there, and Sonia like Sonia was swimming in the lake, like, you know, the cottage was on a lake, so like, you know, like Sonia was swimming with her friend, and I was chilling with my friend, and I was fishing, right? So I caught a fish, and it was too small, so I was like, all right, you know, I was gonna go back in the water. So for a joke, I was just like, yo, Sonia, catch. And I threw it at her.
You threw the fish.
And like, it just like, ironically, it just like went like slow motion.
Boom.
Right in the face. Like, you know,
And
like
then
right
into
in the
the
face.
water.
And then it went into the water. And that was the funniest. That was like the
Everybody
funniest
was
shit ever,
laughing.
man. We were
Everybody
dying.
was laughing.
We were dying. Like I
Like-
wasn't even really like aiming for like that. I was more just like whatever, throw the fish at her. You know, maybe don't like swim around her.
Everybody was
Boom, hit
laughing.
her right in like slow motion. Boom. Oh, that was funny as hell.
It
man.
was actually not funny for me. I was
Sonia was
again,
traumatized.
I was very upset.
She was so upset.
I was upset.
Yeah, she was so pissed at me.
sad.
She was so pissed at me.
Yeah. We have more. We definitely have more. If you want to hear some more, we'll maybe do another episode where we talk about more funny childhood memories. But that was just a tad bit of our little memories growing up. As brother and sister, a year apart.
Yeah, close together with no technology, no cell
No
phones and
technology, no cell
shit.
phones.
So we were just doing little dumb things to pass the time. Right?
Yeah,
Fishing
fun
and stuff.
times. And we had friend groups in the same age because like we were
Yeah.
very close in age, so all our friends kind of got along. It was wonderful.
So yeah, that's you know, that's
That's
our
the second
cue.
episode of Trust Issues.
You don't know?
That's why I have trust issues because look what he put me through when I was younger as a child.
That's cap.
It's
That's pure
a little
cap.
bit of it.
Don't know.
And our one of a kind sweaters.
Until next time. Here you go. Gang gang.